Today I'm painting this cozy, sleepy cat scene. If you want wallpaper or the coloring page line art of this artwork, you can download it on my Ko-fi. The link is in the description. Alright, let's start. The idea of this painting is to create a warm and comfortable atmosphere. Right in the center there is a sleepy cat lying on top of a stack of books. Around the cat, I placed several objects that help build that cozy feeling. In the front, there is a teapot and a teacup. Behind the cat, there is a big bouquet of tulips. On the right side, there is another flower arrangement near the window. The light from the window helps give the whole scene that quiet afternoon mood. At the sketch stage, I already decided where most of the elements would go. The cat is placed right in the center, the books are stacked underneath it, the tea set sits in the foreground, and the flowers balance the composition on both sides. At this stage, I'm mainly focusing on shaping and placement rather than details. Once the structure of the composition feels right, it becomes much easier to develop the painting later. After the sketch, I start blocking in colors. Instead of finishing one object at a time, I quickly place colors across the entire canvas. The window, the flowers, the books, and the cat all receive the first layer of color. This step helps me check if the overall palette feels in harmony. I want the entire scene to already feel balanced before I start adding details. Then I begin adding visual interest to the object. For example, the teapot was originally just plain white, but that looked a little empty, so I added decorative floral patterns to it. The flower container behind the cat also changed during this stage. At first, it was designed as a smooth ceramic vase, but I decided to turn it into a woven basket instead. Adding those woven patterns creates more texture and variation in the scene. The tulips are painted in the fairly simple way. I focus on making the flowers point in slightly different directions so the bouquet feels lively. Each flower also contains subtle color variations, which helps create depth without making the shapes overly complex. Originally, there was a desk calendar next to the cat, but later I decided to add something a little unexpected there. So instead of a number, I drew a swimmer wearing goggles and a swim cap. If you look closely, there are even small bubbles around the figure. It feels a bit strange in this cozy room, but I really like that small surprising element. Finally, I return to the cat and start refining the fur. Using small strokes around the edges of the body helps create that soft, fluffy texture. I imagine the sunlight warming the cat while it sleeps, so the fur feels soft and slightly glowing. At the very end, I add a few finishing touches. A small bird outside the window, a clock on the wall, and a few bright highlights near the flowers to guide the viewer's eye. If you would like this artwork as a wallpaper or a printable coloring page, you can download it on my Ko-fi. The link is in the description. And if you enjoy digital painting videos like this, feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.